There's something really beautiful about the reward that comes with trying new things. The reward that comes with just listening to whatever there is inside of you that you want to express, that you want to present to the world, that you want to put out. And this video is about exactly that. It's about a shooting that I did back in Cape Town about a month ago already. And I don't want to spoil you guys too much, but without a doubt, I would say, like, easily, these are one of the best photos that I think ever took in my journey of pursuing photography. And it has a lot to do with trying and trying and trying and failing and trying and failing over again. But at some point, all of the trying, all of the failing is just totally worth it. All of the money you spend on film, on equipment, on traveling, on whatever it is, at some point you will get back some photos that still, like, even after a month that I shot them, that still means so much to you. The shooting that I did in Cape Town, one of the last shootings that I did, was with a South African model by the name of Campbell. You will see in the photos that he's just out of this world. You will see like how experienced and how playful and strong he was, like, while we were shooting together. His appearance really made it special. The photos really turned out absolutely incredible in my opinion. And I think it has a lot to do with not only himself, but in the way that we interacted with each other. That's something that you might have experienced yourself, that it's not always about the location, the model, the gear, the whatever. It's really about the human connection that you guys have, and to not like force anything too much. I think it's really important to have a sense of ease and not too much pressure while shooting together, and everything will just come naturally in the end. And the reason why I'm so happy with the photos is that I 100% just listened to myself. When I came up with the idea of shooting with Campbell and thinking about the location and whatever, I don't need any styling, I don't need any makeup, I just want him. I just want me and him being together and just focusing, like purely focusing on whatever the location has to offer, whatever the light will be, just like being super playful and not thinking too much about any, circumstances that could go right or wrong. Of course, the location in the end makes a huge difference. The light makes a huge difference, don't get me wrong, I'm still aware of that. But the circumstances we happen to be in were just beautiful, like morning light during Cape Town, sunrise behind Table Mountain, having some sort of haze in the air, and there were just a lot of things that went right. Nevertheless, even if the conditions have been the complete opposite, like rainy, cloudy, whatever, I'm sure that we still would have managed to create some nice photos together. Because as I said, sometimes it's not about all of that, it's more about just listening what there is inside of you that you want to express. And in the video you will see that there is some sort of ease and playfulness like throughout the entire shooting, and that's something that I want to emphasize in this video. That no matter how hard you try and no matter how bad you want something, if you're trying too hard, if you're putting too much pressure on yourself, it's likely that you won't end up with being so happy. If you set your expectations too high, it's likely that you will be disappointed in the end. And I think you will see that in the photos, that it's not about the styling, it's not about like fashion or whatever. It's just a pure, authentic, kind of vulnerable way that I was able to capture him throughout the entire shooting. And I'm just incredibly happy and grateful with how these images turned out. I think I've shot about 7 rolls of black and white film, some HP5, some expired T-Max 3200, some other T-Max 400. I don't know. There were so many different things that I just tried out, and I didn't really care too much about if the photos are gonna turn out nice. I was just like throwing in some random circumstances for myself, just like, you know, focusing what I can do in the moment, just, you know, focus on the composition and the interaction and whatever, and just like, you know, popping in something that might add some uniqueness to the photos in the end. And luckily this is exactly what happened, especially for the black and white photos. The color photos were all shot on Portra 400, which is my go-to color film stock, and there is for sure some emotional connections that I have to the photos, but it's not because they are so recent for me, but it's because of the reward that came with the photos, like when I received the scans, because of all of these uncertainties and all of these things that I was like just putting myself into a new environment and really not having too much pressure on myself, just being at total ease and just, you know, having that sort of free flow and just listening to like myself, not having too much of a inspiration, like, or too much of a mood board. It was purely just what I wanted to do, and I was really like listening to my sort of gut feeling throughout the shooting. And that's why I love the photos so much. And when you will see the photos, I think you'll totally get what I'm trying to say. I'm not very good at putting something 100% on point, but at least I'm trying. So I don't want to make this intro too long. I just want to say thank you for the recent support of my videos, the recent support of my photography. I'm putting a lot of work into it, and I don't take it for granted that a lot of you guys are watching and you know, following whatever I do. So thank you very much for that. So now I'm gonna cut this intro and let you guys see the video that I did with Campbell. Thank you very much for being here.